In this short video, I'm going to show you how to use the automation tool in GarageBand to create smooth transitions between sounds and how to use a technique called crossfading. So this example is from the Chase video, which I know a lot of students choose. And this is an example of how I see a lot of sounds put together. So watch and listen. Okay, so in this example, I like the music that kind of sets the mood for the video. And when the screen transitions and it goes to the sound of the storm, uh, that all happens at the right time, but it's a very abrupt change when you go from the music to the thunderstorm. Okay, so we're going to do a couple things to make this look and sound a little more sophisticated. So if I go back to the beginning, the video, when you start play, you don't see anything at first, but you hear the music right away. So first of all, instead of the music just starting and the image coming in later, I'm going to have create a fade in. So the image begins to fade in. If I move my playhead right about here, so I'm going to come to this button. This is the automation button. So I'm going to click that to show the automation. And then when I click, this line represents the volume. So this is where the image first appears, so my playhead is. So I'm going to click there to add a handle, and then I'm going to click the handle here at the beginning and just pull it down. And what that's going to do is create a fade in where the volume is going to peak where the image appears. So this is what it sounds like now. So now the music kind of fades in as the image appears. So it's not so abrupt at the beginning. Now let me move my attention over here to this transition. So we get this really abrupt transition in sound into the thunderstorm. So here I'm going to use a technique called crossfading. So in order to crossfade, I need to overlap the two sounds. So I'm going to create a new track, an audio track, and I'm going to move my thunderstorm down here to this track. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to overlap these sounds. So I'm actually going to move the thunderstorm sound over here so it starts before the image. Now, instead of cutting this loop up here, I'm going to make a full length copy. So I'm going to option, click and drag to create this. And let me go ahead and make another option, click and drag. I want to keep this going. So I still have my playhead set at the point where the scene transitions into the city. So this is going to be the center of my crossfade. So the idea about a crossfade is that as one sound fades out, another sound fades in. So I'm going to come up here and click in front of that transition point and create a handle. And then I'm going to come over here and create a handle at the same point. Now, you might notice when you click on your handle, you get a vertical line. So you can use that to actually line up your fade points. I'm going to pull the volume here all the way down and pull the volume over here from the beginning down. Now I'm going to come over here to the other side of my timeline, create another handle, and do a fade out on this background music. And then I'm going to come into the thunderstorm, line that up, and I'm going to do a fade in. Okay, so while this sound fades out, this sound is fading in. That's what we call a crossfade. So let's see what it looks like and sounds like now. So now you get a nice smoother transition from the background music into the storm music. Now I can adjust that even more if I want to make the crossfade longer. I can start the fade out sooner and start the fade in sooner, and then I can extend the fade out. I'm going to bring this a little bit, not quite so loud. So now I'm just shaping my crossfade so it sounds like I want it. So yeah, now I'm pleased at what that looks like and sounds like. So that's how you use a fade in at the beginning, and then the crossfade technique to transition between two sounds, which gives the soundtrack a much smoother sound, and it just looks and sounds a little more sophisticated. Okay, I hope this works, and I hope you're having fun working